Jesus, save me. Save me!
We've all been there. You wake up with that heavy pit in your stomach, promising yourself and God that last night was the final time. You're tired of the should-haves, the hidden shame, and the feeling that you're just spinning your wheels. But here's the reality. You can't white-knuckle your way into permanent freedom. If willpower were enough, you would have changed months ago. Real sobriety, the kind that actually sticks, isn't about trying harder. It's about a radical shift in how you stay connected to your power source. In this script, we're going to look at the biblical framework for breaking strongholds and how God reshapes your very desires so you don't just quit a habit, you actually outgrow it. Most of us treat sobriety like a performance. We think if we can just go 30 days, God will finally be proud of us. But the sources remind us that sanctification, the process of becoming like Christ, is a partnership, not a solo mission. The Bible warns that no human being can tame the tongue, and the same is true for our deepest dependencies. When you rely on your own strength, you're trying to run a marathon on an empty tank.
This is why Jesus said in Matthew 7:23, "I never knew you."
Sobriety doesn't start with a to-do list. It starts with abiding, staying connected to the vine so that life and strength can actually flow into you. You don't have a behavior problem, you have a heart problem. Luke 6:45 tells us that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, and the body acts. True transformation starts when God gives you a new heart and a new spirit. One of the clearest signs that God is working in you is when your desires begin to change. You start to hate what once controlled you and love the holiness that once bored you. Instead of just fighting the urge, you ask God, "Create in me a clean heart," Psalm 51:10. When the heart changes, the habits eventually follow. Sometimes the battle is too intense for simple prayer alone. Jesus mentioned that some spiritual battles, some strongholds, only come out through prayer and fasting, Mark 9:29. Fasting isn't about polishing yourself, it's about replacing physical hunger with spiritual hunger. It's a way to turn down the noise of the world so you can finally hear God's voice clearly. Whether it's a full fast or an intermittent fast from specific triggers or media, you are positioning yourself where God can move. Combine this with solitude. Find 10 minutes of total silence to be still. Silence isn't empty, it's full of God's presence, which gives you more power than the approval or distractions of people. Spirit-filled believers guard their atmosphere. They're careful about what they watch, what they listen to, and who they hang out with. This isn't being legalistic, it's being protective of the fire God is trying to build in you. If certain music, conversations, or social media accounts quench the spirit or trigger old cravings, you have to be willing to walk away. You choose holiness not out of fear, but because you are hungry for God's presence more than your old comforts. If you slip up, don't let guilt keep you down. That's the enemy's trap. Acknowledge it, ask for grace, and start again immediately. Sanctification is a slow, often messy process. Think of it like a sculptor. Every strike of the chisel might feel like pressure, but the sculptor sees the finished image. God values your progress, not your perfection. He who began this good work in you will carry it to completion, Philippians 1:6. If you're ready for a reset, start with the 2-minute reset today. Find 2 minutes of silence, breathe, and say, "God, I'm here." Drop a comment below if you're taking that step. We're in this together.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
And God bless.